Street Anthems live mix show.
Yeah, keep it locked.
Get live with DJ Will Money.
It's going down.
Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio.
All right, let's get to it, fam. What up?
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
What's happening? You know the drill.
K100, you bastards.
What's happening? Welcome everybody to another segment of K100 Radio's direct line interviews. I want to welcome everybody to the show again. Thank you guys for tuning in. All right. Listen, we got two dope interviews lined up for you guys back to back. Remember, hit our website, K100radio.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Welcome everybody that's watching. Shout out to Miss Jackson. Everybody's watching. Welcome to the live streams. Everybody's watching over here on YouTube. Everybody watching on Facebook right now. Shout out to everybody. So listen, I'm not going to prolong this, man. I'm going to go ahead and bring on my first guest tonight. We got two of them back to back, so I hope you guys hang around for both. My first guest, though, we hollering at super dope, nice with it, in the lab, cooking up with it. Press Playy is in the building, man. Press Playy, what's good, fam? Oh, what's up?
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
Ah, man. It's good to hear from you, bro. What's happening?
Everything good, brother. Everything good, man. Out here in LA, you know, enjoying this weather right now.
I know, man. So listen, I already know that you from California, man. So y'all out there enjoying that good weather. It's about to be summertime. I know you out there just cruising, relaxing, just sliding, right? I know you are, right?
Yeah, man. I'm actually in the car right now, man.
Well, listen, man. I'm glad you took out a minute to chop it up with us over here at K100 Radio. I want to welcome you to the broadcast. This is our first time talking to you, man. So I'd like to just kind of stop the music real quick, and I'll let you introduce yourself to everybody. Go ahead, man. You got the floor right now. Tell everybody who we rocking with, bro.
Man, what's going on? It's Press Playy, man. Your favorite producer, you heard? I'm the man behind the boards, man. You know what I mean? Making them hits, you know. Tap in with your boys, man. Press Playy all day.
All day. And I saw the I read up how you was basically got that name. It says that you was cooking up in the lab, right? Somebody asked you to play some beats, and you went on for like an hour straight, just nothing but heat. So they was just like, yo, just keep pressing play. That's how I started, right?
Yeah, man. I was in Atlanta, actually. I was in Atlanta, man. I was playing beats, man, and I was in the studio playing beats, and I didn't play the same beat twice. You know what I mean? And after an hour, you know, my big homie, the big homie Jinx, man, you know, he was just like, yo, your name Press Playy, man, you know, and it stuck, you know, so here we are now, you know, 6 years later, still rocking.
Absolutely, man. So I got to ask you, man, how long have you actually, been producing? We're going to talk a little bit about your credentials. We got some music that you produced by some major names. You working with a very well-known superstar at this particular point. We're going to get into all that, but let's journey, from the beginning. Like, how long you actually been producing? Like, I'm talking about really cooking up in the lab, really selling tracks, moving tracks, stuff like that.
Oh, man. At least, over 10 years, you know what I mean? Like, I came in the game, I was already just, ghost producing. My whole, upbringing was, West Coast influence, out of, under the, Dr. Dre's and the Ice Cubes and just the whole Death Row movement and all of that stuff. But, Big C style, me and Little C style, just that whole era of things, DJ Quick, my Uncle G1, just with all their influence and stuff. But, my first, just really starting to make noise, around 2002, 2003, and I was just, like I said, I was just in the cut still, just getting my feet wet, but, I was blessed to work on a couple projects, a couple films and stuff like that, so, it was, that was sort of groundbreaking for me.
Man, that's dope, man. So listen, you've been at it for a minute then, for a long time, man, and at this particular point, what was your first placement? What was that one track that you felt like kicked in the door for you? Like after that, everybody's hitting the phone, everybody's hitting the line. Like, what was that one? What was that first moment where you was like, I really arrived in the game officially?
When I did the World Cup record, man, for the country, for Patty Catoon, Sophia Reyes, and Cap G. You know, a lot of people don't know I produced that record, but that was one of the moments in my career when I was like, okay, this is bigger than just a regular, placement. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was one of those records, man. One, it was already a big record, but then it had 3 powerhouse artists on it, and it was for the World Cup, and it was for the country of Mexico. You know, it just took me from being, a producer to a big producer.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it was just a next level.
Like, you know what, man?
It was next level for me.
That's like, I think maybe you probably like, honestly though, for real, and I've interviewed a lot of people at this point. You know what I'm saying? Some big names, a lot of small names, but some big names. And I don't think I've ever heard the story where the first placement is like, something like a sport, something as big as the World Cup. You know what I mean? And everybody knows that. That's, of course, in America, that's like the equivalent of, NFL, NBA. You know what I'm saying? Because, other countries, the World Cup is bigger than, the NFL around the world. But for us, it's not as much in soccer. But still, that's like huge. And then it was like for another country, like for a whole nother, like, how did you even score that, bro? I'm just curious, like, how did that even come to be?
People that, it's in my documentary, Trust the Process. We'll get into that a little later. But now, at the time, man, one of my engineers I worked with years ago, back in the Dipset days and stuff, he was around. He was actually an A&R at Universal Latino. He had the record already in motion. They, brought it to my attention. It was me and a bunch of other producers, so it wasn't like it was just given to me. I had to really work for it. So even though my boy was the A&R, it was some heavy hitters that was pitching for that same spot. I just happened to hit a home run with it, and the rest is history. But my boy, man, at the time, my boy Jafet was the A&R, and he hit me with the phone call. That's pretty much how I got a lot of my big placements. Just relationships, I mean, I'm fortunate now to have great representation and to have a good team. But in the realm of just to come up, it was really just relationship based, and that was one of those situations. So I didn't know the magnitude of it. Once I just knew I knew I was doing something big. I didn't know how big it was until the record was actually done, and I see the people involved and the impact that it made on the. Just on the sport itself, for soccer and for the country of Mexico, and just the whole sport itself, like I said. So, yeah, it was a big play for me, man.
That was dope, man. Good story. I love that story, man. Being from the West Coast always have like I feel like you guys got a signature sound. I know all of you guys don't always sound the same from a production standpoint, but there is a signature sound, and sometimes when a beat come on, you just feel like Cali. You know what I'm saying? How much influence does that actual sound of the area of the region weigh on your production, or do you kind of come into it like, yo, I know where I'm from, but I don't necessarily want my beats to sound like the West or whatever, or is it kind of like whatever the track calls for, whatever the artist you're working with? Like some people just always have a vibe. Sometimes,
to be honest with you, I always just did me. Like, you don't know where I'm from when you listen to my beats. And I make a traditional West Coast beat, of course. But my style isn't just West Coast. I'm a producer. So I'm just real diverse, you know what I'm saying? I don't do what they do, you know what I mean? I just make what I make, and good music is good music. So you can't really, a lot of people don't even know that I'm from LA or from the West Coast when they even hear my production because I'm not in the box, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, you definitely hear, if you listen deep, you can hear some influence. Like I said, Dr. Dre, one of my mentors, Battle Cat, DJ Quick, Uncle G1, these are all legendary West Coast producers that I have to give it up to because they played a major mark in my influence as a producer. But, so did Timberland, so did Jermaine Dupri, so did, I can go down the list. I mean, even the new producers, Take Key, 40, my boy Vanny L, there's a lot of dope producers out there. So
yeah, it is. And the competition is always be steep. I know you named Dre, which is my personal favorite all-time producer as far as hip-hop goes. You know what I'm saying? That's personally my personal favorite producer as far as when I hear his beats or whatever project he produced, executive producer, he was a core, engineer or mastermind behind it. I don't think he's really ever failed. Really, some of them was course were just different and better, but I haven't heard anything just truly whack from Dr. Dre like ever in life. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? Just some hotter than the others, kind of sort of.
You're not going.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do got something whack, you ain't gonna hear it.
Yeah, exactly. So, I got another question, man. So, I read up some more stuff, and it said that you were involved with the last, not the last verses, but you were involved a little bit with the verses with Onyx and Cypress Hill. Tell me a little bit about that. Even though I should clearly warn you, Press Play. Pretty much most of the people in the South got beef with verses because of this last verses with 8 Ball and MJG and UGK. A lot of us in the South got beef with verses right now. But I want to talk about your experience with verses dealing with Onyx and Cypress Hill.
I heard something about that.
Yes, we do. We have a problem with verses right now. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about how you was rocking with Onyx and how'd you get intertwined with that situation.
Man, to be real with you, those are my big homies, man. Shout out to Grego, Sticky, Backtalk, Ice. My boy Iceman, man, we've been rocking since, at least 20 plus. I've always had a relationship with these brothers, and I was honored just for them to embrace me the way that they have. Being down with such an iconic group. Like I said, my boy Iceman, really brought me into the situation, and they always had love. Me and Sticky we got a history, Grego, you know what I mean, and as young homie, you know what I'm saying, that they respect. It was an honor to be just, like I said, attached to such a legacy like Onyx, man. Here we are, you know what I'm saying, still rocking, like I said, I'm the honorary member of the clan, man, of the gang, you know what I'm saying, and, they just, the love is real, the support is real, man, and it's been a dope journey,
Right, exactly.
Me and my boy Iceman, that's my dog, man. We've been stamping each other. He's been stamping me from day one.
Right. And no, people like to act like, oh, I don't want to come into the game on some, needing somebody, or I don't want to dick ride this person, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of little crazy stuff people say, and I get that. But everybody has to understand in the industry, sometimes, bro, that cosign and that stamp be the big deal. It be the difference in the next level of people rocking with you, because in the industry, as you well know, the higher up you go, the smaller that pyramid gets. You know what I'm saying? And the more everybody knows everybody, you know what I'm saying? When those big checks start getting circulated and signed, it be the same people. So you need those people to kind of show you that love and that stamp. Honestly, even though people love to say, I want to, go at it myself, which is complete lunacy if you really know how the industry works. You know what I'm saying? For real.
No, for sure.
Yeah. So,
yeah, I mean, because
Go ahead. No, go ahead. You got it. Go ahead.
I said, it's just dope. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a producer, and to get the respect from such credible, you know what I'm saying, OGs like, Onyx, man, and it's just like I said, it lets me know I'm doing, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing something right, because, those guys are, legends, you know what I mean? So,
exactly.
And, here we are, rocking 2022, new Onyx album out right now. Make sure you go cop that. Onyx versus everybody, you heard?
So you're a producer. Do you kind of sort of, are you an artist too as well? Like, do you ever hop on the mic?
I mean, I have, there's a history to all of this, you know what I'm saying? I definitely, that was one of the reasons I even started producing, was because of, you know what I mean, the writing and the artistry stuff that I was doing years ago. But, producing has always been my forefront, and, I'm labeled a producer before anything else. Can I be an artist? Can I yeah, I mean, I write for a lot of people as it is, as of now. But, I wouldn't classify myself as an artist now. Them days is over with. I mean, Had a good run though.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Hey, no, I'm gonna tell you, man, because I know that you know, and I know you see them all the time. The producers who just never really want to give it up, like they always just like finding some kind of way to jump back on the mic because that's really kind of sort of what's in them too. So I always ask that question when I meet, producers. You feel what I'm saying? Because sometimes it be kind of hard to get away from it. You know, sometimes you just can't help yourself. You be like, let me just jump on here and spit something. But I also want to talk about this situation you got with Tiffany Haddish, man. Like, that's dope. I think Tiffany is funny. I think I like her stand up a lot. Some people do and don't, but I do. I also really like some of the movies that she's done. Some of them have been funny as hell. But she burst on the scene. But now she's getting back into the music. She's getting into the music side, and she paid you to help her with this new album she's working on. Like, okay, you got to tell me how that shit happens right there. Like, how does that happen? Like, first of all, she doing the album, and then you end up in the mix of it.
Man, it's just how everything else happens for me. Just, God. I can't put nothing. I can't even take credit for none of this, man. God is, he's just he's a genius at what he does. He keeps me in the right situations at the right time. And, that's exactly, that's just how it happened, man. Like I said, I just got a lot of relationships, and those was one of them, and one of my good friends by the name of Baguette. He, when you do good, man, good comes to you. We had a history of working together in the past, and when this opportunity came years later, I got one of them calls like I normally get. I got one of them calls like, yo, I need you on this, and I'm gonna come in, and they know what I'm gonna do. So I came in and I delivered. You know what I mean? And
right.
The rest is history. So. Yeah, now, we multiple records in, what started as, one is now led into, the sound that we're creating, rather than just a bunch of songs, you know what I mean? We're actually creating some great records.
Right. Just to be clear, you're talking about for Tiffany Haddish's project right now is what we're talking about.
No, yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Cool. Right. Because
exactly.
I mean,
yeah.
Now, let me ask you this, bro. And I know it's kind of a hard question to ask the person that's producing the record, but I would ask Tiffany if she was on my show right now. You know what I'm saying? I'd ask anybody that's involved with it. That transformation coming from an actor to a comedian. You got T.I. going from rapper to comedian. You got everybody. You got all these people that's kind of like crossing these borders. Is the music really coming out like if she wasn't Tiffany Haddish, she was just nobody.
You wouldn't know the difference.
Right. Like
if it wasn't Tiffany. If it wasn't Tiffany, you'd be like, that's just a good song. You know what I mean? Now, the fact that it's her definitely adds, adds a little more eye-opener to it. But, Tiffany's talented just like, Tip is talented. There's a lot of, there's those cats that got that, that it factor, and that comes in every shape, form, and fashion. So putting them in a box is just, that's out of the question. When you could do it, I say do it. You know what I mean? So clearly, you mastered that side. So what else you want to do? You know what I mean?
Right.
The sky's the limit. So
yeah. All right.
She's really good at what she does.
So she is the album. Is she a rap artist on the album? Pretty much a hip hop artist on the album.
Yes. Yeah. No, she's definitely getting her rap on.
Okay.
She's definitely getting her rap on.
I'm gonna check it out, man. Because it's just one of those things that because we're in radio, of course we're gonna listen. You know what I'm saying? But you kind of be like, okay.
Well,
yeah.
I'll tell you like this, man. She's got the hitters on her project. You know what I mean?
Of
I
course.
got the first single, which is EBT, featuring Jadakiss and E40.
Right.
She held her weight on the song with Jadakiss and E40. So that just lets you know what type of magnitude we're talking about. The next single is featuring Lil Wayne and Snoop Dogg. So you know what I mean? Like she's not. This ain't. We ain't just making some mix type stuff or just trying to just get over. Or nah, she's putting in the work. She's putting in that real work. Putting in that real time, making quality music for people to gravitate to. So,
all right, that's what's up. That's all we got. At the end of the day, when you got the means to make it happen, and you got those connections and the money, because she's been doing her thing the past couple of years. I know she ain't hurting for the money. You can make it happen. At the end of the day, it's a lot of people with talent with no budget. So, at the end of the day, if that's something that she wants to do and it comes out dope, I just want to hear it. I really want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? And just for myself and be like, no, it really is good. Because we've had some people cross over and it turns out good. And then we had some that's like, yo, really? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I'm really interested in what that sounds like. All right, this is K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
With Press Playy.
K100, you bastards.
Really dope super producer, man. Working with the likes of Tiffany Haddish, Jadakiss, E40. You heard that he just said he's got tracks that's going to be with Wayne. I mean, it's like, yo, he's worked with Onyx. He just did something with them. You know what I mean? He's been doing it. Big records. He's got a song out right now with Blueface called TikTok. You mind if I drop that real quick, bro?
Nah, let's go. Let's run that, man.
All right. So we got this record, this TikTok record that you produced. In case if you already heard it, then now we're talking to the guy who did the beat. All right. This is Press Playy. How did you get with Blueface? You know, how did this song come about? Did y'all just get in the lab and cook up or what?
Yeah, man. He was already in. I know he was already in album mode at the time. I just happened to just send him. You know, I knew Eleni was in at the time, so I was just cooking like crazy that week of just sending them beats, and you know that was one of the ones I sent them. I think I sent it to him that morning. He recorded it that night. And the rest is history.
That's how they really get it in. Sometimes people be skeptical about how that really happens. Like, are people really just jumping on the track, especially when they got deals and everything and they're busy? Like, yo, are they really working like that? It's like, yeah. So let's check this record out, man. This is produced by Press Playy. This is Blueface. I know y'all know who that is, but this is the guy behind the sound. This is that TikTok joint. We got one more. We're gonna let that homie roll because he's obviously out there making his rounds in Cali. You know what I'm saying? Like, the grind don't stop. He's still working right in the middle of this interview. You know what I'm saying? This is Blueface, produced by Press Playy. It's called TikTok. Check it out.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
Catapults up tight to where you ain't got no circulation in your ankle. You hear me go? Cause vibe to the song, man. If you got the song, look.
Hey, if you got that don't take it off. Vibe to the song from the left to the right, from the front to the back, then it's back to the right, to the left. Mop it up, clean it up, grade cup, do your stuff, take a sip, then you dip with the hip hop. Put this on TikTok, no, not like that, like this. From the left to the right, from the front to the back, then it's back to the right, to the left. Mop it up, clean it up, grade cup, do your stuff, take a sip, then you dip with the hip hop. Put this on TikTok, flip, 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 running out this flip flop, 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 flop. Crack a bitch off a TikTok, rock, rock, rock. Don't stop like you running from the cop. Let this thing pop at the up. I just got the drop at a drop. Stop and roll, grab a pole. Let me know what you know. If you got that shit on, vibe to the song from the left to the right, from the front to the back, then it's back to the right, to the left. Mop it up, clean it up, grade cup, do your stuff, take a sip, then you dip with the hip hop. Put this on TikTok, no, not like that, like this. From the left to the right, from the front to the back, then it's back to the right, to the left. Mop it up, clean it up, grade cup, do your stuff, take a sip, then you dip with the hip hop. Put this on TikTok, hey, do your stuff, pick it up, drop it down to the ground, round for round, pound for pound, make it sound like it sound. Round of applause for the cause, don't worry what it costs. Blueface, baby, I'm a boss. If I lost, take a loss, get it back out of crack. Lift that with a jack, put a bitch on her back. That's a fact, I'm a max. She gon' do it for a stack. Stack it up, grade cut, do your stuff. Wet like a tub, we gon' do it in the shower for an hour. From the left to the right, from the front to the back, then it's back to the right, to the left. Mop it up, clean it up, grade cut, do your stuff. Take a sip, then you dip with the hip hop. Put this on TikTok, no, not like that, like this. From the left to the right, from the front to the back, then it's back to the right, to the left. Mop it up, clean it up, grade cup, do your stuff. Take a sip, then you dip with the hip hop. Put this on TikTok.
This is it.
Yeah, it's Illa Kill, K100 Radio, TTL, fam. Blazer, what's good? Let them know what it is. Do they got that heat or they gon' get shot down by the street? You know we don't play no bullshit. This K100 Radio, man, we keep it real.
Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio. You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
That's what we just heard. Make sure you hang out tomorrow. You heard that drop for tomorrow. You know how we do it. We get down Wednesdays, 8 to 10 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Checking out that new music rocking right now. But this direct line interview rocking with the homie Press Playy right now. And we just heard that joint he produced by Blueface. Blueface is out there working on the West Coast. Welcome, man. Before we get ready to roll, Press Play, man. Tell us anything that we haven't talked about that you got coming up, bro. Like something that we just don't know about. Can we get some? I don't gotta hear nothing exclusive. Just like something that you might be got cooking and we don't even know nothing about that yet. That wasn't in the press kit. What you got? Hold on. Do I got his mic on? Hold up. Hey, yo, Press Play. Hello? Did I lose Press Play? Hold on a second.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. All right. I think you might have been muted.
All right.
Yeah,
we
go ahead.
back in there. We back on. My bad.
So
yeah, I got so much stuff going on right now, man. Left field. It's all about the music. You know what I mean? So, I got a lot of big records coming out, but I got my clothing line about to drop this summer too. Trust the process, and that's about to be crazy. I got an album out right now, Casual Killers 2, with me and my boy Iceman. It's going crazy right now. So I'm always creating new waves, man. You know what I mean? The documentary about to go, that's about to come out crazy. So yeah, man.
Right.
It's just a lot. We got a lot of more projects coming up, man. I got some big records, big features. We ain't gonna drop them just yet, but you gonna know about it.
All right, man. That's dope, man. So listen, it's been great really having this conversation with you, man. I appreciate you taking the time out. Of course, before we go, we got to end on some music. So I got this joint called Real With You, also by you.
Yeah, that's off the Casual Killers 2 album right now.
Right. Tell us about that, man, and give me a drop before we really get into it, though.
Yeah, man, that's the first single off the Casual Killers 2 album. Me and my boy Iceman, we got a group called the Cloth Boys. They calling us the new Gangstar. Rest in peace, Guru. But that's the first single off there, man. Real With You. Video coming soon. Album out right now. Casual Killers 2 on all platforms. Make sure you go cop that. And yeah, man, we just working, man. That record's crazy. It's about to, I got a good feeling it's gonna do well at radio.
Right.
It's the summertime vibe. It's going. The ladies gonna eat it up for the summer, man. It's timeless music. So, man, let's get real with it.
All right, man. And before we go, I gotta ask you one more thing. First of all, please share with us how people can contact you on social media if they just want to link up and follow the grind. How do they get with you online so they can find you?
Man, everything is Press Play, so that's IMA Press Play. Play with 2 Y's. That's IMA Press Play. Play with 2 Y's. And, the website coming soon, pressplay.net. You can always just hit me on Instagram, man, or, just keep in tune with me, man, you know what I mean? Like, the IG is, that's all my updates right now. Like I said, website's dropping, shortly, so, we're going to have the pressplay.net. You can always, tap in there for, upcoming music, everything in Press Play. I said I got the clothing line dropping, the documentary coming, countless amount of music, some movies in there as well. Tiffany, she got a bunch of new movies coming out as well. So, yeah, man, it's go time right now.
Absolutely. And I got one more question because this platform does rock with independent artists and independent music heavy. I know you a heavy hitter. I know you got these placements and everything. But I got to ask for my people that really rock with K100 Radio, if an artist that's not, as big as Tiffany, Blueface, and all these other great people you're working with, if they want to get with you, what's the protocol? Do you rock with independent artists, like somebody who ain't on, and show them some love? Like, how would an independent artist get with you?
I'm always rooting for the underdog, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like even though I got these, major placements under my belt, I'm always, there's always, another star ready to break through, man. So I'm always supporting the underdog. Like I said, you got to believe in yourself first for me to believe in you, though. You know what I mean? So if there's something there for sure that I see, I'm with it. You know what I mean? So you can always, like I said, you can always get out, hit my DMs. You can always reach me from that aspect. My publicist, you know what I mean? My manager as well, Jacqueline. You can always tap in with Jacqueline. And she's gonna get you all the way right, you know what I mean? So,
good stuff.
Yeah, my team's really official though. So yeah, you can always tap in. I'm not too big, I'm not too big, you might get a late, if you do get a late response from the team, we definitely gonna tap in if it's something there though, for sure.
Absolutely.
We're gonna hit you.
Good stuff, man. That's what I want to hear, man. I love when cats just feel like, they still can get back and show love to the underground, to the indies. That's our
definitely,
specialty.
bro.
Yeah.
Definitely, bro.
All right. One more time, Press Play. I want you to give me a raw-ass drop. I want you to intro this Real With You Radio record, and that's how we gonna end this. That's how we gonna end this interview, man. I want you to do the drop. Give me the intro, and then we running. Go ahead. You got it.
All right, let's go, man. What's going on, man? It's your boy Press Play, your favorite producer. You rocking with my new single right now, Real With You. Bag Talk Ice, Cloth Boys, man, out right now. Y'all go get that, bump that, rock that, download that, stream that. You know what it is. Let's go.
And this is K100 Radio. Stay around for the next interview. Don't go nowhere. Real With You. Press Play. There you go.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
Press Play.
Yeah, I don't know what they did to you, but I can tell you ain't with no real. It ain't your fault, they don't know how to deal with you. And I ain't trying to play it, baby, I'm just trying to keep it real with you.
Right, yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what they did to you.
Money, stop complaining. Just cause the sun is outside, it's still raining. Focus, baby, see we winning over here. Look at all that cash, middle fingers to your peers. The world's full of and snake. Real ones hold it down to come on every visit. I'd rather take a flight from Morocco to Tel Aviv. What you trying to do, what you trying to achieve? Now she copped the lamb truck, craft the G-Wagon. Boss got me one too, so just imagine. Cartiers, she never wears. Loyalty on everything, the VS's in every ring. Facto, shootouts and everything. Dinners at Katanas, big slap boa. Shopping in Soho, live in NoHo. Punk, sorry, that's a no-no.
What they did to you, but I can tell you ain't with no real. It ain't your fault, they don't know how to deal with you. And I ain't trying to play it, baby, I'm just trying to keep it real with you.
Yo,
yeah, I don't know what they did.
Secret society, all we ask is trust. It's choosing ours, whiz the bread, cork it up. She a sneak for sneakers, treat it like shit, she'll love you like Brad Pitt. Coach, I learned to adapt to the lifestyle. Wrong to have you turning they lights out. 25 the life out, yeah. What your life about? Yo, I'd rather teach them and turn them to businesses. The one that got the bag is really listening. Look at your bag, look at your whips, look at them hips and that high fashion black cars, platinum visas, trips to a visas, Central Pez, villas, outsize jet skis, yachts and things.
Yeah, I don't know what they did to you.
Count 100,000.
But I can tell you ain't with no real.
Yeah, we came from public housing.
It ain't your fault, they don't know how to deal with you.
Made your first million.
And I ain't trying to play it, baby, I'm just trying to keep it real with you. Yeah, I don't know what they did to you, but I got that.
Yo, Press Play radio's gonna eat this
shit up. Trust, cause these they corny. Cause they be mad when you move on to a boss. You had a little boy, now it's on. I don't play with toys.
Bag talk.
Play a video game. I don't know what they did to you, but I can tell you ain't with no